Hi, everyone, and welcome to R2 Cents. I'm your host, Clinton Smith. I'm the CEO of GCES, and I'm here with GCES's president and financial advisor, Galen Bargerstock. Galen, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I have zero complaints.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very excited, guys. It has been a while since we've gotten the chance to really sit down and talk to everyone. You know, we tried to come out last December to record the end of season 2, and, you know, weather just wasn't having it.
No, I mean, we ended up, it was a horrible day of travel. We get onto the flight, and of course it's delayed, and then another delay lays into another delay, and next thing you know, we're sitting on the plane, and they're like, we're going to reroute you. We're like, no, you're not.
Yeah. I don't know anybody that travels. We have had the worst luck with traveling over the last couple of years. Just about every trip that we come back on, there's a delay. This one specifically, I want to bring it up because I don't understand what the airlines are thinking. This is a shout out to you, American and United Airlines. They know that we're not going to be able to leave, and they had us sit there all day. So we go down to the airport. We're there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and this has probably happened to a lot of people over the last couple of years. We're there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and they say, hey, something's wrong with your plane. It's going to be a few hours, right? So then we sit there for the few hours.
Yeah.
And, you know, Shauna at our office was with us this time, and she's there. We all sat there for, I don't know, 6 hours.
It was a long time. I don't remember the exact times.
So after the whole 6 hours is over, they say, oh, well, they had one small thing to do. They had to spray the plane off to de-ice
It
it.
was still wintertime, yeah, so they had to de-ice the plane, and, you know, that's going to take 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, they told us, hey, listen, if it takes more than 15 minutes, all of the crew is going to time out. But they've known all of this
The whole
because the
time.
crew has been there waiting with us for the last 6 hours. So I don't understand why they know that the crew is going to time out. They don't have another crew in place.
Yeah.
Then they try to reroute us to Dallas.
Well, they're trying to get as much done as they possibly can, and, you know, something comes up and it just pushes you off schedule a little bit, and then one thing leads to another. But it's not very nice or kind to let somebody think that they're going to fly out, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, we're timed out and they can't legally fly. We're like, come on, you knew that 20 minutes ago.
End of the story. So they finally, the crew timed out, and then they were like, okay, now we're going to reroute you to Dallas instead of straight to Phoenix. And at that point, I just was over it. So we ended up ending season 2, just a few episodes short. But we just came out to you guys. This is the start of season 3 of R2 Cents with a new look, a new feel, and a little bit more casual, which is really what we're all about.
Yeah. I like the casualness of the chairs, sitting down, not at the desk. I mean, it's just not me as a person, so this is much more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm torn between sitting like this and then sitting up like this. So there's going to be some changes as we go throughout this episode. The cool thing, GCS, everyone, you know, we don't just have like a TV show where we talk about random things related to health, wealth, and happiness. So at GCS, we work with primarily federal employees, but anyone that is looking to invest in their future or their retirement. We deal with everything from life insurance to annuities to what other things do you deal with, Galen?
Life insurance, annuities, securities, you know, anything that you could think of that you would need to prepare yourself for retirement and to get to retirement. We kind of help deal with that. And the only thing that I don't really do is Medicare, but we do have a person that I can send to you inside of our network that, you know.
I mean, as far as Medicare questions go, you can ask us all of those questions. We're really your one-stop shop for everything that you need, whether it's investing your money early, trying to build your legacy while you're working, or continuing to keep that whenever you're going into retirement. So if you do want an appointment, it's super easy. All you have to do is call the number on the screen. It's 888-391-3465. There's somebody actually available 24/7 to take your call and schedule your appointment. We do office appointments. Our office is located in Indiana, Pennsylvania. This show airs all over Pennsylvania as well as New York. So if you're watching this, we definitely work where you're at. So we also do appointments on Zoom, and we also do them in our office in Indiana, Pennsylvania. And Galen also travels out to people's houses.
I do travel out to people's houses, but I liked what you said about anybody that's viewing this, we handle where you are. Because if you're watching it on YouTube and you're in Kentucky, yeah, we don't air there, but we do definitely work there.
Yeah. So you can see all of our former episodes of R2 Cents on our YouTube page. You can find all of that on our website. Our website is www.gces.us. But the cool thing, right, so Galen's a financial advisor. We talk a lot about health, wealth, and happiness, though. So If you're just new to watching Our Two Cents, we're going to talk a lot about things that are related to your health because in life, you have to be healthy, especially whenever it comes to retirement planning.
Yeah, I mean, health is the biggest aspect of anything because if you are super wealthy but you don't have your health, well, then you're going to be limited on things that you can do in life. So, I mean, your health is going to be what gives you your vitality to get up and move.
Yeah. Just about any other financial advisor out there is going to sit down and try to talk to you about life insurance and retirement and annuity products and all of these specific things. But we are very, very adamant on telling everyone that you're not going to learn how to retire yourself during this 28.5-minute episode.
No, you're definitely not going to learn everything in a TV show. I mean, we're giving you some ideas, things to think about in your head, but when it all comes down to it, it's the one-on-one conversations that we're going to have that affect your life that is going to be the most impactful thing that we talk about. This is just to get to know each other.
Yeah. Really, this is, we want you guys to understand who we are, where we come from. Gail and I both grew up in Indiana County in trailers on separate sides of the county.
Yep.
We make the joke that we at one point probably met each other in the ball pit at McDonald's.
Yes, for sure. I mean, we had to have crossed paths at some point because there's only like a couple stores, like one Walmart in the general area.
Yeah.
So,
flashback to the 80s, my parents met at the McDonald's in front of the Hills department store. Yeah, in Indiana, anyone from Indiana, Pennsylvania knows exactly where that's at. The McDonald's is still there, and now it's Martin's and Ollie's.
Yeah. Town's changed a little bit, but it's still pretty small.
Yeah. Speaking of changes, we've gone through some really big, cool changes in the last 6 months. Do you want to tell everyone what we've been up to?
Yeah, I mean, we purchased our first large office building. I mean, it's not our first office, but we purchased our first 5-story building. It's pretty cool because we have a parking garage, and I think that to me, just like driving into the parking garage in the morning makes me feel like it's big city when it's actually, a little country setting.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, guys, we've been super blessed. So, a shout out to our clients that are watching this. I know that we have clients in St. Mary's, we have clients in State College, all around Johnstown that have been huge supporters of us. And all of that is because we've continued to do what's right for people whenever you sit down and talk to them about their retirement.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the relationships that I'm building with people whenever we're having a review, that's kind of the foundation because the more you're going to open up to me, the more I'm going to open up to you about myself personally. And then it becomes more of a friendship because when it boils down to it, I'm going to be the one that's actually there when you pass away to help your spouse deal with all of the paperwork. I mean, and it's also nice to know that that person is somebody that you can trust and that you've talked to know that nothing bad is going to happen to your loved ones.
Well, I think the big thing too is, a lot of people see that we're on a TV show and they think that, we come from very humble beginnings. We both grew up in trailers on separate sides of the county. We've worked very hard to get to where we were at, and we've always wanted to do the right things by our clients. So we've had a ton of referrals. It's been an amazing ride, and we've continued to grow because we continue to do the right thing for people. So we're going to take a quick break, guys. If you want, while we're on a commercial break, you can give us a call, 888-391-3465. You can book your appointment to meet with Galen, and we'll be back right after this. See you in a moment.
When was the last time you saw your financial professional? Are you getting the most out of the strategy that was created for you? Although you've done a great job finding someone to help plan for your future, are you 100% sure that you were given the right strategy? We can help answer these questions and more with a complimentary second opinion evaluation. We will take a look at what you have in place and then help determine if you're well positioned to get the most out of your future retirement income. In the event that it is not, we can help by making suggestions and showing you how to get on the right path. You wouldn't get just one opinion when it comes to a major health decision, so why would you treat your most important financial decision with such disregard? Call today for your no-cost, no-obligation second opinion evaluation to see if you're getting the most out of your retirement income plan.
Do you own an annuity? Are you aware of what type of annuity you own? For years, annuities have been cornerstones of retirement planning, but they're not all created equal, and your current annuity might not be serving your retirement goals. The good news is that rising interest rates could mean better guarantees, better benefits for your annuity. And if your annuity is not working for you, when would you like to know? Call now for your complimentary annuity review today.
Welcome back to R2 everyone. I'm your host, Clinton Smith, and I'm here with Galen Bargerstock. Galen, we are talking all about what we've been up to today.
Yeah, talking about us a little bit today,
Yeah.
letting everybody know what we're doing.
Yeah, it's been a while. You know, it's been a couple months since we had a new episode for you guys. We're very excited for the new look, the new feel of R2 We have some other exciting stuff coming up in the next couple months too. We're going to be starting to air on Froggy 95 out of Johnstown with our own podcast called More Than Money. So, Galen, tell them what are we going to be talking about on More Than Money?
I think with More Than Money, what we're going to, focus on is aspects of, bringing people in from our community, getting tax advice from a tax expert, law advice from an attorney, that's going to be local. So we have a little bit more control and a little bit more community, I feel, than the television, because we're going to be able to be more creative and do it every week. And
this is so funny. So I do want to point out, guys, we do not offer tax advice. No. Okay, I know there are probably people watching this that have asked Galen tax questions, and then Galen, what do you say?
I don't give tax advice. I mean,
and then I love this because I can hear them on the phone. Do you know what I mean? They rephrase the question in another way, asking the same exact thing. Yeah. And then what do you say?
I can't give tax advice.
Yes.
I mean, I can remember one last week. It was pretty extreme. He must have came at me about 5 different angles with the same question, trying to get me to tell him that he didn't have to pay taxes. I'm like, you have to pay the IRS. Everybody wants to not pay the IRS, but you have to pay the IRS. Yeah.
So, guys, we can't offer tax advice, but we do have a very good partnership with a firm. If you have questions about your taxes and you're our clients, we definitely have somewhere to refer you for that.
Yeah.
So, talking about being our clients, what is involved with that? Because a lot of people, whenever they are talking to a financial advisor or an someone that just sells insurance, typically people look at that almost like a carpet salesman or a used car salesman, and they're worried that that person is just out to make a commission. Can you talk about being a fiduciary and how that affects our clients?
Yeah, I think that, being a fiduciary and being an insurance agent are completely 2 different things. An insurance agent, if you're insurance only, you're going to have to give a one-sided approach because you're not licensed to talk about the other side. And as a fiduciary, I went and I took the higher education route and made sure I learned a lot more about investments and how the investments actually worked. And what that gives me is the ability to do more for you because I know what's readily available all out there because I had the educational background to teach not only myself, but then to teach you what you need to do with your life. And again, I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm telling you what you should do, but it's up to you if you take the advice.
I think this is a really good example. We had some clients that came to us recently that were unhappy with their previous financial advisor because their previous financial advisor tried to tell them how to spend their money.
Yes.
Right? So we are not in the business of telling anyone how to spend their money or what. No, hold on. We are not in the business of telling you what to spend your money on, but we can tell you how to do it the right way.
It's the efficiency with it. I mean, if you know what you want, you have this lump sum of money that you want to give to your children or your grandchildren, there's appropriate steps that you're going to need to take to do that. And you should know what's the best thing, what the gifting allowances is per year. So there's, everybody's so different.
I think it even comes back to even more like general questions about retirement where people want to know, should I pay off my cars? Should I pay off my house? And a lot of people, it's a mindset that some people really just want to have all of their bills paid off and know that every month they might not be making as much money, but they're going to be spending less money, right? So I completely disagree with that. And I think that you would too, because a lot of instances, the interest that you would make on that money would be paying yourself and give you the ability to pay those bills.
Most of the conversations I'm having about what you're talking about, the paying the home off, interest rates were low a long time ago, and a lot of people refinance. So they're not looking to do that as much anymore as they used to. That's more of a high interest rate. people, generally understand basic mathematics. 8 is better than 3. So if you're getting 8 in your investments and you're at a 3, what's going to make more? And then it's risk tolerance. So there's so much into it, but it is that monkey that's on your back that is going to make people want that mortgage paid off, because in most family households, just say $1,500 a month. If you're paying $1,500 a month and now you don't pay $1,500 a month, well, now you have $1,500 more a month.
Yeah.
But realistically, you could be taking an income stream off of your investments and slowly chunking at it, paying the mortgage down, paying yourself, and making interest at the same time. So that monkey that's on your back, while it will go away, it might be more efficient the other way. And that's a conversation that I have to have personally with everybody, because I don't know until I see what you got.
Yeah, and really when Galen sits down with everyone, that's what he's going to do with our clients, is really ask a ton of questions. It's going to paint a pretty picture for him so he kind of understands what it is that you have going on.
Yeah, I mean,
speaking of what people have going on, let's talk about the story of Carl and Barb.
Yeah.
Right, so guys, we have our book called The Story of Carl and Barb. If you want to, you can give a call to our number, 888-391-3465. We are going to be giving away copies of our book. If you want a copy of our book, just call the number on the screen. We'll send you out a copy of The Story of Carl and Barb. It is 127 pages. It's hardback. It's amazing.
It's an easy read. I mean, I'm not a big reader at all, but I did the audiobook with it. I wrote it, so I do understand it. But reading the book, we made it fun. We made it a financial topics, but we made it in a whimsical way, and then brought in cartoons. So
yeah, so spoiler alert, Carl and Barb are cartoons, so they're not real people. But they're both postal employees. They meet at the post office. They go through the retirement process together, or at least one of them does. Mm-hmm. And it's really a look into what it's like working with me and Galen. But in the book, they have a daughter named Emily and a son named Jacob. Mm-hmm. Emily is going to be the main character in our new book that's going to be coming out towards the end of this year, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have some groundwork done, a couple chapters actually done with the book. But, it's like anything. It's a progression. So, the story of Carl and Barb was the first one. Now we're moving on to Emily, and that's just like your investments in your life. What are you moving on? What are you leaving on? So we're bringing in the future generation and intertwining it with the past.
Yeah, and a lot of times, we do that now when working with families. Some people bring their children in, some people bring their spouses in. It's really a mixed bag of everyone out there. Our tagline used to be preparing families for retirement. We're changing that to preparing you for retirement. Yeah. So really, it's that simple. You just give a call to the number on the screen, 888-391-3465. They can set you up with your own appointment to meet with Galen on Zoom, in our office, or at your home. It's that simple. And our consultations are free. It doesn't cost anything for Galen to come out and tell you what you have going on. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to tell you about what we have coming up over the next couple months, guys. We'll see you in just a moment.
The work never seems to end until the day it finally does. After nearly a lifetime on the job, you should be rewarded for all the time you spent working. Whether that's crossing off items on your bucket list, learning a new passion, or rekindling the love of an old one. After all, life isn't over when you stop working. It's the start of an all-new chapter. The one where you're the writer and you get to choose how your story will go. A way to achieve that is by having a clear financial plan to sustain your golden years. The biggest fear most retirees have is if they'll have enough money to maintain the lifestyle they've always enjoyed. Having a plan to help protect you against the curveballs life often throws will help to maintain your lifestyle. Call today to get your free written financial plan so you may live every day to the fullest and enjoy the retirement of your dreams.
Imagine not having to face your retirement with the same big box solutions as everyone else. In these economic times, you deserve a fresh perspective that includes a personalized financial plan and a map to your retirement from an independent fiduciary advisor whose focus is solely on you. Call the number you see here to schedule your complimentary review right now. As people, we strive for better. From a better house to a better career to a better life for all of those around us. Better has become the modern way. But when it comes to your retirement, what does better mean to you? Does that mean more income? Does that mean a flexible lifestyle or better solutions? A better retirement always begins with a plan. To get your complimentary written financial plan, just call the number you see here. And remember, you only retire once, and this is your opportunity to plan ahead for better. Welcome back to Our 2 Cents, guys. I am your host, Clinton Smith, and we are here with Galen Bargerstock, our financial advisor and president at GCES. So guys, GCES originally stood for Government and Civil Employee Services. So we started out working primarily with postal employees, VA employees, Social Security workers, FBI, Department of Justice, USDA. The list goes on and on and on. So we're the obvious choice if you're a federal employee for us to help you with your retirement. We understand all of the paperwork that you have. We can help you do your retirement paperwork, which is now online.
The retirement paperwork is online, and it's new. So I'm in the learning phase with everybody else. It's easy. You'd think it'd be an easy process to retire, but sometimes HR departments make it very difficult because the paperwork has to be pristine.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the good thing is it has moved to online, which that is going to help out a lot of our clients. There are probably people watching this that we have helped retire that had to mail us the retirement book the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Right? Which at the same time, I don't understand it. The post office is like, hey, we need to mail more stuff. Hey, let's stop doing it for ourselves like everyone else.
No, they didn't make it that easy. So you actually do have to, we are going to have clients mail us information because it is online, but you have to have a form notarized and you have to upload it, and you have to have your marriage certificate, your DD-214, and everything has to be uploaded. And, you know, a lot of times what I'm finding is the people that are retiring aren't as technology inclined as our generation that would just grab our phone and be like boop, boop, boop. Yeah. So there's a lot of assistance that we're giving for the retirement books, even though it's online, and we are going to be mailing stuff.
Yeah. I've done a lot of DocuSign for stuff recently, and all I can say is that I don't read anything on those forms. I know that that's not like the right thing to do.
I don't think I'm going to go down that path here.
Yeah, but I mean, I just trust my realtor and I just click. I'm sure people do that for you too. That you say sign this and they just go boop, boop, boop.
I tell people to read the agreements and acknowledgements and do what they need to do.
Yeah, well, I'm signing them myself. I'm not saying do that.
I know,
definitely read stuff before you sign it.
But it's super convenient. And I mean, especially for what we're doing with online now. I mean, if I had to really think about it, we're probably, 90% online? Yeah. You know, and with all of the online stuff coming in, it's easy for me to send you a DocuSign whenever you're in, you know, Arizona and we're in Pennsylvania, because it's cutting the lag time. Also, when people want to take transactions out of their accounts, it's easier for us now because we're sending you an email real quick and you're like, yes, and then, you know, transferred. We're not mailing stuff back and forth.
Yeah. So guys, a lot of exciting stuff has happened with us over the last couple months. We moved into a new office building that gives us a lot more space. It has the ability for us to grow even more and take care of even more clients, helping them understand their retirement and benefits, right? That's awesome. We have our book coming up. That's going to be coming out at the end of this year. We also have our new podcast coming up, the More Than Money podcast, that'll be airing on Froggy 95. So there's a lot of exciting things. You can stay in the loop with everything we have going on our Facebook page. You can also check out our website, gces.us. If you want to have an appointment with Galen, it's super easy. All you have to do is call the number on the screen, 888-391-3465.
Yeah.
Right. I know we only have a few minutes left. I want to give a shout out to all of our awesome clients.
Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't be sitting here right now without everybody that has called in or that has met with us in the past. So definitely thank you for everything that, you know, you've done for me, you know, because it's right back at you with me helping you.
Yeah, well, you know, we're very happy about all of these things and all of the opportunities coming to us. None of it would have happened without the awesome clients that we have that have been behind us. You know, some people from the very beginning. We've had people that we've known since 2010 when we started.
Yeah, it's very hard when people pass away because the relationship and the connection that I am having with people. So, you know, it always, you know, it's unfortunate, but it seems like at the beginning of the year, a lot of people do pass away. Yeah. You know, so that, you know, we dealt with that at the beginning of the year. We dealt with that last week. So, I mean, that's never ending. But, you know, it's just the process and the appreciation that, you know, we have for each other.
Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't have the office. We wouldn't have been growing as much as we have if it wasn't for our clients. And, you know, we do what's right for our clients, and I think that's why all of our clients refer us to all of their friends and stuff like that. So all you have to do, call the number on the screen, and we can hook you up.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting that, you know, whenever I started doing this, you know, it's when tablets started coming out, and I picked up the tablet and I was like, how easy would it be if you could work and do everything on here? And now we're doing it, you know, so just good stuff.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. You know, we have been very blessed with everything, all of the opportunities that have came our way. But, you know, life still comes at you. You know what I mean? We only have a few minutes left, but I want to talk about dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
dogs, you know, so we had 6 dogs, you know, a couple years ago, and for many years we had 6, and, you know, now we're down to 2. And unfortunately, last week we had to, you know, say goodbye to the mother of, you know, a couple of the other puppies that we have. Well, not puppies anymore, but
The reason I'm thinking of this is because this morning on Facebook, it was a Facebook memory of Galen sitting in our rental house that we had in Aspinwall when we started the company. We started GCES on a computer that his mom bought for him in our kitchen. And there was a picture of you holding Sally there this morning whenever she was like barely a year old, you know? So it's crazy to think that we've had like 16, 17-year-old dogs in the time that we've built this company, you know, because GCS turns 16 years old this year.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
You know?
So guys, thank you so much. You know, at our 2 cents, we're going to talk all about health, wealth, and happiness. And we're going to give you our opinion on all of those things and how they relate to finance. So we're going to be airing every week. You know, set your alarms, set your clocks, put it in your calendar, save the date. We'd love for you to watch, right?
Yeah, don't miss it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of casual things going on this year. You know, we wanted to change the feel and it be more representative of who we are at GCES, because we're not going to sit down and talk to you about life insurance and retirement and bore you. We're going to bring some fun stuff with it too.
Yeah. Life's so serious on its own already, so why make it even more serious? So, you know, just lighten up.
So guys, we will see you all next week. In the meantime, give a call to the number on the screen. It's 888-391-3465. You can get yourself an appointment with Galen, and they can answer any questions about what that entails. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you soon.